Hello everybody, I hope we're all well. Good evening Phil. I'm hoping we'll have a few more people drop in just a few moments. I hope everybody who is here is doing okay and that we're all having a great day wherever we are in the world. I've been a little bit poorly today, so things may be a little bit because I've had a bit of a bad day. But I'm here, I'm all right now, feeling a fair bit better now. And I have got a lovely make for this evening. So, hello Caroline, welcome on in, my lovely. I hope you're doing well too, sweetie. I'm doing okay, and I really do hope that everyone is kind of doing well. Hi Mike, I'm doing all right, mate. I'm doing all right. It's been a bit of a rough day. I went to the coffee shop earlier on, and I have a nut allergy, and I think they put some hazelnut whatever in my mocha because they were doing it for my partner, and it all just went a bit meh. So I've been a bit poorly. I think I've had a little bout of anaphylaxis, but I'm fine now. I'm doing all right. Hello Ords. Hello Laurie G. We're going to call you Laurie G because I can't pronounce your last name and I don't want to destroy any bit. Hello Terry. Hello Rhonda. I hope you're well, my lovelies. I'm doing quite all right now. I've followed the advice of my lovely friends. I've taken an entire box of antihistamines, and I've had a couple of puffs on a blue inhaler that my friend gave me. So I think I'm feeling quite better. Ooh, having a tooth pulled for breakfast. Oh, no thank you, Mike. No thank you at all. Right. So seeing that there are a fair few of us here now, I'm going to kind of get on with the little bit of what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be using the Tonic Kit Marshmallow Hugs. So we'll just take a quick look at what we've got in here. So we've got some various lovely dies. We've got a few little stamps that have come with it as well. A few sentiments on what is the pattern for the cup. We have the cup dies. Oh, there's some nice swirly bits on here as well. Let me just... I think it's... Has it got stuck? It has got stuck. These things happen, you know. There we go. I'm going to put that back on there. So we've got the cup dies. We've got a little spoon. We've got the cream, the marshmallows that makes it look like a poop emoji on the top, and we've got all the bits that make it look like steam, and all of those kind of cool bits and pieces. Hello Lynn, thank you for being here, my lovely. I really appreciate it. And also to go with this, because there wasn't a sentiment in it, I pulled out this old set of sentiment dies and matching stamps that I found. So we have birthday, thankful, and I can't tell what that one in the middle is there. I'm gonna have to take that off so I can read it. Fabulous. And then we've got a whole bunch of matching sentiments that go with it. So I'm just gonna put those on the back there so that you can see them. So there is simply for you, for family, you are for you. Hugs for your kindness, wishes, happy day, have a for your friendship, on your celebrations, it's your and friend. So I have made a sample card. It's a very simple one. I hope you guys like it. This is a simply thankful for your kindness card, and what I've done is I've made the lovely cup and put a spoon in it, and I've also put a cheeky tea bag in there as well, so whoever you give it to can have a nice cup of tea as a little thank you for the kindness that they've given to you. And I just kind of thought this is a lovely, just like kind of semi-simple, just really clean card, and I wanted to give it a go. So I hope you guys like it. So that is our sample card for this evening. Unfortunately, I probably will be drinking a little bit more than usual, and I know I do normally drink a bit, but I have had a bit of a dry throat since what happened earlier on. So I hope you guys can kind of Glad it's not simply thankful for the hazelnut. Yeah, well, I'm not simply thankful for the hazelnut. How cute is it? Oh, thank you, Rhonda. I really appreciate that. I just kind of thought, you know, it looks like it's a really nice kind of like simple, and it kind of works really well. Hi, Sylv. How are you doing, my lovely? I hope you're doing well. But I was thinking we could probably do this and then add a little die cut over the top of it to spice it up a little bit. And maybe we can pull out some stamps and do a bit of extra texturing. But this is all handmade, so I'm sure you're all going to enjoy coming along on the little journey of it with me, not for me. My gosh. Right, I'm just going to top up this drink, and I've been told off by Sylv. In the capital letters, she shouted drink at me. So I'm just going to top up my drink, and I'm going to take a bit of a sip. What a cute card for a thank you or a get well. Yes, it really is. And I've already got the ink pads out here that I used for the card, so all I've used on there is Prize Ribbon and Wild Honey in the Distress inks. So I'm just going to set those to the side there. And I'm just going to bring in my scoreboard. Oh, Teresa. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know you were popping by. Thank you so much for saying that I'm handsome. That's very kind of you. You get me all of it. Oh, you will. You get me all. Oh. You know. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And what did I forget to do is, obviously, I know you're new here, Teresa, so I'm just going to say that not everything usually goes to plan. It sometimes it does, and we have a great time regardless, but this is one of those times where I forgot to get the cardstock out to make my card blank with. So I'm just going to go with a simple A4, because we're going to do a 5.5 by 6. And I'm just going to score this at 1 notch before the 6-inch mark on the long side of the A4 card. So there we go. I've come over on unnecessary. Yes, you could put a hot chockey sachet in there. I only did the tea bag because that's what I've got. That's what I had to hand. But there's, you know, you could put all sorts in there. So I'm just going to make the card blank for now. So there we go. This is our card blank. Just come over all unnecessary. Which is 8.5 by 6. Marvellous. It is 8.5 by 6. Yes, it is 8.5 by 6. Fabulous. Now all we're going to do for this to start off with is we're going to take our black cardstock, as we usually do, because we're going to do a matte and layer. I know you're new in here, Teresa, but to warn you, it's normally a smutty show. It does get a bit naughty. It's a little bit risque, but it's definitely worth it. I can tell you that. So I'm just gonna chop this down to 8.25 by 5 3/4, which is going to be our matte and layer for the card. So there we go. That's 5 3/4. I figured, and I'm not easily offended. I'm glad you're not easily offended, Teresa. And I'm actually really glad you're here. And if you've not subscribed already, please do hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out. So all I'm going to do is just line that up. And for some reason, I've not cut it off short enough. That's fine, because I'll just, before the glue dries, I'll take another 1/4 inch off it. These are things that I do sometimes. There we go. He's trying to pass things off as peaceful. There we go. It would seem as though I didn't actually measure that up correctly, so there we go. It's a sign of the times, isn't it? There we go. So that is our matte layer. What's even funny is that Gad starts to read a comment out loud before he pre-reads it. Yes, that does happen sometimes as well. I have been known to read out a naughty comment that I shouldn't have done. I'm very tired tonight, so I'm a bit on the quiet. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Caroline. We do like you being the life and soul of the party, my dear. Right, so all I'm going to do is cut this piece of watercolour cardstock down to 5.5 by 7 3/4. Yes, 7 3/4. So let's do that. 7 3/4 by, oh, pardon me, 5.5. 5.5. I'm pretty sure that was the correct sizing. If it's not, I do have another piece of card waiting. There we go. That is correct. That is correct. Right, just an FYI, I'm starting to... Oh, Teresa, I'm so sorry. Oh, I don't... You know, this... All fun and jokes aside, we are here to help each other. So if you do need to be... You know, if you do want help with being calmed down, all of us are always here. We do have a lovely little community here, and I'm so very grateful for every single person that's in it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just make the background to start with. And I'm going to pick up, I'm just going to kind of zhuzh that ink about. And I'm going to start with a very thick, strong band. And I'm just going to kind of graduate that down the cardstock. So I'm going to come back in and I'm going to give it another kind of thick band up there. I'm just going to pick it up with a little bit of water. I don't know why it's not hitting the middle of the card. Right, let's give that a proper good spritz. Oh, sweetheart. There's no need to cry. Bless you. There we go. I'm just going to kind of ombre that out. Yep, we're all friends here. Oh, hello, Simon. Thank you for being here, lovely. Don't be sorry. Please don't be sorry. There is absolutely zero need to be sorry. That is a sexy yellow. Thank you, Mike. Just going to... Oh, I kind of touched it there, didn't I? Let's just kind of I'm just going to dry this off. There we go, that's that all nice and dried off. I won't ask where that is. There we go. So we've got our nice piece of card ready to go on to the front. Now, I can either do it as an open uppy card like that, or I could do it as a 10th fold card like I did the last time. Yeah, if you need to cry to feel better, go ahead, sweetheart, but just know that we're all here for you, and it's a big gay hug from me. So, got a big gay hug. So I'm just going to set those two parts aside, and I'm going to bring in another piece of watercolour cardstock and some Nina cardstock that I had lying around. It's a scrap that I had, so I'm just using it for the fact that I need it. Well, that I need to kind of use it. So for the front of my cup, is that the front? That is the front, isn't it? Yeah. That is the piece that I'm going to be using as the front of my cup. It's a true story. I'm just going to pop that on there. I'm going to need to do 2 of these, I think, because what I wanted to do was to have... Does that cut on its own? No, it's a cut in, cut out, isn't it? So I'm going to want that. But we do have an outline. So out with the watercolour cardstock, I'm just going to cut those 2. Just going to... tape those down. I've been using these little bits of tape for ages. I don't know when they're actually going to give up. I think they're probably going to give up soon. So we've got that. And for the back of the card, for the cup even, there's a lovely little back piece die here. An even bigger gay hug from Simon as well. Well, look, there you go. You're very lucky. You're getting big gay hugs from all the gays. You're lucky, lucky, lucky. Right, let's have a quick sip of that drink because I'm feeling a little bit dry. Yeah, I think the weather at the moment is so mad. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry for your loss, Laurie G. Oh, I'm so glad that you're feeling supported, Teresa. You deserve support. Everybody deserves support. Even if you're a lunatic like me. Everybody deserves to feel loved and supported. That's kind of one of my things. There we go. I'm just going to snip down to there. Oh gosh. And this is what happens when you're using slightly... But it's fine. When you're using slightly old tape, I just want to use it until I can't use it anymore. I'm an absolute terror. I'm like, you use new tape? No. How dare you? How very, very dare you? Yep, this is one of the most loveliest communities ever. I can't lie, it really genuinely is, and I don't know where all of these people came from or why they're attracted to my stream, but they really are genuinely the most loveliest people, and not even I can say I don't know where I would be without them, because they're all amazing. And we all have such fun when we're together. It really is brilliant, the level of fun and the naughtiness, because it does get a bit naughty. But then life's boring if it's not a little bit naughty, am I right? You've got to have a little bit of naughtiness. We don't care who you are, if you're a decent, or if you're, I was about to say, or if you're a decent person. We do care if you're a decent person. I know exactly who do we think we are. Yeah, exactly. I don't know where you all came from. I'm really glad you're here. I'm so grateful to have you all as a part of this community because it really is the best. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Without you guys being here to watch me, there is no me. And you know, whilst I've been off of work as well, some people have, you know, they've donated to the stream. A lot of the stuff that I have or I've showcased recently is down to the fact that, you know, you guys have helped me get the stuff to be able to showcase it. So I can't be any more grateful to you all. Really, I cannot be any more grateful to you all. And, you know, and I'm just really glad that everyone comes back and has a laugh and we all have a great time. It really is so much fun. And I do have the best time, and it doesn't, because when I used to stream games, and I did used to stream games, I used to feel like, oh, I've got to stream for this amount of time, and I've got to make sure I do it every day, and, you know, I set a schedule for myself that was completely non-achievable. I just would end up getting ill, or I would just end up not wanting to do it because I'd got myself to a point of like, you know, I'm burnt out. So with the crafting, I don't feel like that because you guys have all been so laid back, and I've not felt the pressure to have to stream every single day or to put myself out of the way to keep building, you know, and to keep pushing my channel and stuff like that. I don't need to, because you guys go and talk to other people and they come and subscribe. I don't need to kind of be a big pushy person or anything like that, because you guys just, you know, out of the goodness of your hearts, you all just kind of talk to each other and say, right, well, Gaz is good, come watch Gaz, you know, Roddy, you know, everything's, it's really funny, it gets a bit smutty, we all have a fun, you know, we all have a fun and wonderful time, you know, and it's just brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna have to stop ranting, aren't I, because I'm going to annoy you all. Hello, Crafty Stacey Lou. Thank you for being here, my darling. I'm an angel. My mum says so. Kirsty D. Indeed, Kirsty. Indeed, Kirsty. Indeed, darling. Right. So I'm just going to bring down the stamp that I used on the other cup. So it's actually a really nice kind of like swanky little pattern type thing. I'm just going to bring in my stamping platform. Well, it's either hand chafted. Why was I going to say hand chafted? That really was not. It's either handcrafted by Gaz or CNN. You choose. Well, I know I choose me. I'm much more fun than CNN. That is for sure. Right, so I'm just going to set this stamp right in the middle of the coop. Right in the middle of cup, as some of my lovely northern friends would say. Hannah, you and your mates, the pink ladies, now let's get the lads together as the T-birds. Oh my gosh. I don't think it's quite evolved to that level, Phil. There we go. No, that was not Kim. That was not. That certainly was not. Don't you dare. I was not going to say that at all, and I feel as though you're putting words into my innocent mouth. What's CNN? Well, there you go, Lindsay. Look, I'm already a better option. You don't know what CNN is. Here we go. Right, so we've got that lovely pattern. I'm just going to take that off of there. And I'm going to bring in the... Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm a bit flustered, ain't I? You've flustered me. You flustered me, Kimmy. That was not fair of you. I'd never say such a thing. Right, I'm just going to clean up my stamping platform. Very naughty indeed. I'm a poorly bird. Right, there we go. Just going to set that down there and give that a clean. I'm going to pop that back on too. What I didn't realise actually is that this die cut is reindeers, but that's okay. We can work with reindeers. So what I'm going to do is put some water down on there. I'm going to bring in my handy dandy trusty paintbrush that I use all the time because it's my favourite. It's a number 6 and I've got it to a lovely kind of point and it's really, really cool and I like it. So all I'm going to do is just brush over the ink that's already there, and what it's going to do is pull some of that out. I'm just going to pull some of that ink out so that I can use it to paint the card, and it also gives it a really nice kind of like antique china effect. At least I think anyway. There we go, just doing that. Let's pull some more of that down here because it's still white. And it does do a really good job of just kind of painting it without the hassle. There we go. It does help if I don't touch it and ruin it with ink that is stuck on my finger. Right, there we go. So that's that part done. Now I'm not sure what colour I want to do this overlay in, because I am going to set that overlay onto the top of the cup. Actually, I really ought to clean off that little bit of... Have I lost the chat? I did lose the chat. Here we go, let's see. I'm just going to have a quick mooch through the chat for a moment because I lost it. You protest if too much. CNN, oh, this is explaining what CNN is. Come on. Hi everyone. Oh, hello Olga, thank you for popping in. Just as I hear Gaz say he has an innocent mouth, well I do. I prefer loose women myself, says Simon. Oh my gosh, bold to assume that the boys all... Well, I mean, actually that is very true. I wouldn't mind being a pink lady. Nothing like the big of British daytime TV. I'm still here. And my husband says, thank you for supporting my wife. Oh, we're always here to support each other, and we always will be. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh. We support our crafty friends. We do. Every single last one of us do. I'm just going to pull that ink out a little bit more, because I don't kind of like how that's gone a little bit pale. There we go. So that's the front and the back, and I'm actually not sure what I'm going to do with this. What shall I do with this? Shall I gilding wax it and make it look swanky? Or should I just come in with another colour? Let's put that back. I'm thinking maybe we should go for a stronger blue. Maybe a violet. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in with my blueprint sketch. Let's see how blueprint sketch goes, because I can always repaint it if it doesn't go well. So what I'm going to do first is go over it with the blueprint sketch. I do have a rather sneaky idea, and I'm hoping it's going to work. So I'm going to try this first. I'm just typing that when you said it. Yes, I can be a saucy one and say things as people are trying to type them. It's like I read people's minds or something, isn't it? Right, so what I'm going to do is kind of give it that thin layer, and I'm going to pat it dry. So it kind of looks slightly antique-y. I'm thinking maybe this silver. I'm just going to come over it with a silver. And I'm hoping that this will kind of give it leave some of the blue. It's kind of giving it that tarnished blue silvery effect. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but I can. And I really ought to just respond. To the person that was just trying to call me. Right. There we go. So I'm thinking that kind of gives it... Oh, I like that. What do you guys think? I think that looks really cool. Now I'm just going to make up the back of this cup, and I'm just going to fold in the... Hello, Mr. McInnes. Thank you for stopping by. We like it when you pop in. Right, I've got some tape, and I'm just going to run over the back of the... Yes, I think it actually does make it look really pretty. I've never tried putting colour behind the gilding wax before, so it's nice to know it kind of works. There we go. And then before we go any further with that, I'm just going to run my dotty tape liner over the back and stick that to the front of the cup. There we go. So I'm just going to line that up and stick that down on there. There we go. Actually, I think that cup looks really cute. And then all I'm going to do is kind of push those down and line them up so I can get them to sit nicely. And there we go. That makes our little pouch to put the teacup in. Not teacup, tea bag, you numpty. So there we go. And that makes a little pouch to put our tea bag in. And our spoo in, which I haven't cut a spoo in. I need to cut a spoo in. Right. So, put that away. I'm going to get the spooing die. Silly me, I'd forget my own head if it wasn't attached to my shoulders, wouldn't I? Let's just chop a little bit of that. Oh, that's watercolour, isn't it? I don't really want to use watercolour for that. Right, so I'm just going to cut out a lovely little spooin. I'm going to run it through the die cutting machine. Oh, there we go. Don't forget to flip and rotate your die cutting plates regularly, ladies and gentlemen. Caroline, I am not at liberty to answer that question. I am really not at liberty to answer that question. But if you saw at the beginning of the live, I actually I showed the sample card and we had a little tea bag in the cup there. So there we go. Just unconsciously made a cup of tea whilst watching this. Oh, I'm so glad I'm spreading tea to the world. Right. So, since I'm single, I will have to find a part-time... Oh, and relocate to Philadelphia. Is that Philadelphia? I wish I could relocate to Philadelphia. I mean, if there's anywhere I want to go, it certainly would be Philadelphia. It's one of the nicest states in the US, I believe. There we go, and that's our nice silver spoon. I bought this... yeah, he did buy a tablet laptop and it is complete rubbish. Can't lie, it really, really is. Right, so I didn't actually bring up another tea bag to put in this, so silly me. I'm just going to stick... Oh, gosh, I dropped my spoon. You don't, not right now with the elections coming up. Oh, is it really that bad? Oh, okay. Well, the only reason why I wanted to move to Philadelphia is because there is a lovely craft shop there ran by a guy called Chris. And he is the owner of the company Brutus Monroe. And I want to go to that craft store. I really want to go to that craft store. So, you know, it would be great to go to that craft store, I'm not going to lie. So there we go, we've got our cup of tea with our spoon in it, and then eventually we will get a... Can Aaron not assist in your tea bagging situation? Aaron has a poorly foot at the moment, so unfortunately he can't assist in anybody's tea bagging situation. At all. It's really sad. But here we go. I am just going to stick the background that we made onto our lovely card base. And I'm going to do the sentiment next before we stick the cup on, because I want to make sure the sentiment looks absolutely lovely before we stick anything down. So there we go. And I don't know about you guys, I do find that the watercolour card does buckle when you use it a little bit. So I just bring in my big boy brayer. And I hope that doesn't happen when it does. I just bring in my big boy brayer and it flattens it out nicely and it adheres to the card and we don't have any problems. All the buckling tends to go away when you attack it with a steamroller. So... just my kind of thing, really. So I think I'm actually going to go with... I'm going to go with the Thankful again, I think, because I really did like the Thankful. So I'm going to put this... I'm just going to kind of line things up, see how they look. Which way round do we want to do it? Because that's kind of like that. So We could put the teacup on a jaunty angle like that. And we can have our Simply here. And should we go with For Your Friendship on this one? Let's go with that one. So I'm going to go with Simply Thankful for Your Friendship. So let's just adjust that. Make sure that's all nice. Now I am going to use my stamping platform on this. It will be okay. It will be okay, he says. So you can move that out of the way. Because I haven't actually stuck anything else to the card other than the mats and layers. That's the one I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for. So there we go. I'm just going to pop that there and put those there and lay my card nice and flat. A normal person would have just done the stamping on the top layer before sticking it down. I'm not very normal. I don't know if any of you guys have heard or not, but I'm not very normal. I like to do things very strangely. So this is just my way of doing it. You can just, just be a normal person and do it the normal way. I'm just not normal. I'm so sorry. So here we go. And I'm just going to make sure that that's properly inked, because I know this one's going to be a little bit of a booger because it's not been used before. So let's just do that. I'm just going to bring in my pressing. And there we go. And I'm just going to re-ink that For Your Friendship. Yes, Aaron has a Harry Potter spell problem with his foot. And he got really excited for pizza the other day, so he hurt his other foot. Normal person. Wow. I am a bit of a strange one. I can't do anything normally. Just a bit of a weirdo, aren't I, really? And yet yet there are 25 people sat watching me, which I am dramatically grateful for. I was going to say another word, but I'm not going to, because that was naughty and nobody wants to hear me say that word. So I am dramatically thankful for every single person who is here. What I'm going to do actually is, just so that I don't lose the curvature, is I'm just going to put the glue down the middle of this cup, because I want it to still pop out. There we go. And we've got our jaunty angled cup. And I'm just going to get some... I've just brought in my sparkly Miri card for the thankful in our sentiment. And I'm just going to use my high-tack, low-tack tape. I think these ones are a little bit low-tack, though, because I've not used... Well, that one's a little bit low-tack because I've not used it in a while. There we go. So, that is all done to the end. And I'm just going to pop that through the die cutting machine. Oh, thank you very much, Caroline. Sending hugs. Well, you can send those to him as well. I'm sure he'd be grateful for those. I didn't say that. I would never say such a naughty thing. And all I'm going to use on this is, because I'm absolutely terrified of tearing it apart, is some tacky glue. I'm just going to do some little dots all over. and hopefully I won't put too much down and it will stay stuck properly. There we go. Let's just do that. There we are. Just going to turn that over. And press that down onto the card. And then once it's dry, if you do get any of the glue come out to the front, you can very easily remove it just by buffing it as soon as it's dry. And there we go. And I'll just to save the hassle, take the tea bag out of the other cup on the other card. And then we've got a little tea bag in that card. Simply thankful for your friendship. Have a cup of tea. Have a lovely cup of tea, love. That looks really pretty. You can still kind of see the blue coming through behind the gilding wax. I really like how that's come out actually, and it's got that kind of like 3D effect to it as well. I really do like that. I'm actually going to move that cup down a little bit just to centralise it a little bit more, because I think it was a little bit too high up. And there we go. I'm just taking a breath, Gaz. I almost have all the tonic kits. Wow! I had to tell my daughter to go away because I want to make this for her. Oh, bless. It's kind of like a clean and simple. It is kind of like a clean and simple card. I really, really like it. That would be fun to get in the mail. Yeah, I really do like it. It's one of the ones I'm not angry at myself for making. Because I know what like all of us get like sometimes. We're kind of a little bit like, you know, we're our own worst like enemies when it comes to the stuff that we create. And we're just there like, oh, it's absolute tosh. When it isn't, it's actually really, really lovely. But some of us are kind of a bit like, yeah. So those are 2 thankful cards that we've made with this kit. So I'm now kind of thinking maybe we should go for something a little bit different. It does look like Wedgwood Laurie B. Thank you for stopping in. I really do appreciate you being here, Laurie B, because I've got Laurie B and I've got Laurie G. So I'm just trying to not get names confused. So what I'm thinking of next, because that was the only card that I had actually planned for the live. So I'm thinking, obviously, we need to do something else, don't we? I'm just going to quickly pop those gilding waxes back up there. I'm going to pull this back together. I'm thinking maybe we can make a nice Christmassy card with it, which is what the intention of the kit was to start with. Obviously, I know it's it's not really Christmassy. It's not really Christmassy times, because it's not really Christmassy times, is it? Let's bring those back in, because I've made a right rollicking mess of it all, haven't I? As I usually do. So let's quickly pop these bits back on here. So pop that bit there. I'm not sure where most of these have actually come from, so they could end up going back wherever they have never been before. So that will do for that for now. Stick that spoon on there. Gaz collects Laurie's like I can. Oh my gosh, Hannah! Autoimmune diseases, jeez. I do seem to collect Laurie's though. Alright, I'm just going to pop that up to the top for a second. I just need to take 2 seconds just for a quick drink. There we go. Right, so let's go. Let's bring it back in. And let's make a Christmassy style type card. So I believe I have a nice 6x6 card blank. So let's do a nice 6x6 card. Shall we? I think we shall. Which then means I'm going to need a matte layer. I'm going to need some matte layerings. Do I go with nice sparkly card and gut it? Because obviously I don't want to use all the nice sparkly card. So let's go with a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 sparkly. 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. This is where you're going to learn that I'm absolutely rubbish at using a paper trimmer. Because I am going to gut this, because I don't want to... Oh gosh, I've sent some die cuts flying everywhere. This is what happens when I don't think about what I'm doing with the things I've got floating about. Right, so I'm just going to come in a little bit and just whoop. I'll do my best to kind of line it up. I know sometimes I'm not very good at doing these kinds of things, so this could either turn out really, really good or really, really bad. And this is one of those times where it's kind of turned out slightly bad, but it's fine because I can fix this. It's okay. Can I fix it? Can I fix it? Can I fix it? I can fix it. Yep, I fixed it. So there we go. Just pull that little bit out of the centre there. Ta-da! And we've still got all of that lovely piece of card to play with, and we've got the bit that we want for our matte layer. So I'm just going to stick that to my quads. My house is I might. Oh my gosh! Pull out the poop emoji card. Pull out the poop emoji card. Oh gosh! I'm collecting my washing. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to cut this down stick this down, not cut it down. That's really special of me to say, other than what I should be saying. That's just really silly of me. There we go. And the great thing about that is obviously no one's going to see the inside of that because I'm going to cover it with some cardstock, which I should have. I thought I had a big square offcut of watercolour paper, watercolour card. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Well, that's not a problem because we do have plenty of scraps in the scrap pack. So that we can use. And excellent, we do. So I'm just going to cut that down to 5.5 by 5.5. And then we're going to start building up on it. There we go. So 5.5. Thank you for saying it's lovely, Simon. I really appreciate it. 5.5 by 5.5. Oh, well, no, anyway. Things do go flying everywhere. So once it's all covered, nobody's going to see that, are they? They're just going to see the pretty little bit of gold that we want them to see. It's going to look absolutely fabulous. Let's just turn that around the correct way. And on this, oh, what should we do for a background? What should we do for a background, my lovelies? Should we just try and use things from the set, I'm thinking. So if we just try to use things from the actual kit itself. So on that, shall I make a shaker card? Because I do have the ability to make a shaker here. Yeah, I'm going to make a shaker. We're going to do a lovely background on that. I'm just going to take a quick swig of my drink. Now I do have some shaker acetate. I'm just going to try and find a pack of it, because I know what I'm like. I buy all these things and I put them away somewhere safe, and then I forget that I even have them or where somewhere safe is. So I've got some of this Brutus Monroe Easy Cut Shaker Acetate card. And it's Shaker Acetate Gareth Grow Up. So these should be perfectly sized actually to cut. There we go. Absolutely perfect to cut that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that on card and on acetate. But what I need to do is a background for that before we do that. Because I've got some really, really cute shaker elements. I've got so many like cute Christmassy shaker elements. They're so cool. So we're going to need like a kind of a... shall we go with a red and green striped background? Should we do that? So if I bring in my candied apple, because that's quite a strong red. And where are we with the greens? What greens do I have? Oh, I need a strong green, don't I? Let's bring in my lucky clover. And all I'm going to do is wherever I've put my big brush. I'm going to need big brush. Yes, it's going to look like Christmas. It is what the card was originally intended for, so... And all I'm going to do is come in, and I'm just going to... Just what I want to make sure that each band is the right colour. And I just want to make sure that we've got a full colour on each band. And I'm sure you can kind of guess what I'm going for here. Let's just clean that out. Pick up some more green. Just going to kind of bring that green up a little bit. I'll just do a little green bit at the top there. Clean that green out. Pick up some more of the red. Bring back in the candied apple because I want some more of that. And then just for effect, I'm going to pop my cloth across it. Now this, with the little... Oh, hello Sophie! Did Lise tell you about my Vinted I'm selling? A mountain of craft... No, she did not. Nobody told me of this. Why have I not been informed? Please tell me. Send me pictures. I need to know what you're selling in the way of these lovely... goodies, Sophie. One must know. What are we creating here, bro? Well, we're creating a lovely Christmas Marshmallow Hugs card. So far, we have already made a Simply Thankful for Your Friendship card with a lovely tea bag in it. And I kind of want to add to that effect as well. So I'm just going to pick up some of that water I sprayed down on my fingers, and I'm just going to going to do this. There we go, and I'm just going to give that a minute to do its magic. And I'm going to clean up around it. There we go. We're just going to give that a moment to do what it needs to do, and then I'm going to come in and basically pick that up, and it should turn into all sorts of different. I'm going to put a couple of extra spritzy bits down because I love it. For those of you who don't know, Kelly is my actual real life sister. She wanted to come in. She started watching my lives recently, so I hope you all welcome her as much as she needs to be. Bless her, because she is lovely. I have got some stuff up, but still got to go. Loads to go. Oh, well, you need to tell me where this stuff is up, please, Sophie, so I can find out where it is and I can buy it all with absolutely no thought to my financial situation. Right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blot away those spots, and we can see that it's given us this lovely faux bleaching effect. It's a lovely little faux bleaching effect. I quite like it. Right, so that's going to be our background. So we're going to have that sat on there like that. And I'm going to make a really nice shaker mug. So before we do anything, I need to cut this out twice, and I want to do it in black card because I want. Actually, do I want to do it in black card? No, I want to do it in like a minty green card or some such colour. Let's see. Yes, please do tell Lise to send me that. Actually, I think I might do it in that nice light colour. I like that. I'm kind of liking the idea of that. It's going to go quite well with those muted. It's going to stand out quite nicely with the muted ink colours. So I need 2 of these to start with. Oh, I only needed the 1 sheet. Fabulous. Let's put that to the side then. Let's get ready to die cut this lovely one. Do I need 2 of these? Yeah, because I want... Yeah. I'm going to need 2. I have decided. Let's get that on there. Right, so that is the back of our cup, the back of our shaker card. And then we're going to need a front for our shaker card. So I'm just going to cut that out again. But this time, I'm going to... Oh, I thought that was a layer. It's not a layer, is it? Oh, fiddle faddle. Oh, so Oh, that's really quite sad. I really wanted to kind of have the cup on the top and the bottom. I thought that would die cut through. Well, it does, doesn't it? So I'd have to do it on that one. That's fine. That's fine. It just needs to be done on one that's already die cut. It's not a problem. This is the thing when I decide to do something impromptu, guys, is that I figure it out as I go along, which is kind of a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Because obviously you guys get to see what the process is, but I'm sat here going, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Even though I do. It's just weird. It's just really, really weird. Right. It just takes me a moment to figure out what I'm doing because I'm a special boy. My mummy told me I was special. Thank you, Sophie. I appreciate that, lovely. Thank you so much. There we go. So I'm just going to send those through the die cutting machine. And thankfully they didn't overlap. So now what we have is a lovely outline piece for the top of our cup. And we've got the lovely bottom and back piece. So, next thing is next. We're going to cut our cup out of the acetate, where I can't see it because I've put it on this desk and it's clear. I did not promise anyone a cup of tea. I did not promise a single person a cup of tea. Thank you very much. Telling people I say things like that. I did no such thing. Young man, oh young man. Right, let's stick that down there. There we go. Let's pop those through there. Oh, the sound that acetate makes when you cut it. Oh. Isn't it a gut-wrenching noise when you cut acetate? Right, I think I need that to go through for a second time because... Or is that just not being very... Well, to be honest, I only need that middle... I don't need the handle of the cup, I just need the middle piece of the cup. And that's cut perfectly, so... All I'm going to do is just cut. There we go. And that's our acetate window. All nicely sorted. And I'm just going to flip over the very thin piece of cup that we've done. And I'm going to be dreadfully careful when I do this. I'm just going to go over it with the dotty tape runner. So I'm going to be very, very careful because I don't want... The last thing I want to do is rip this. Because it will not hold to the acetate if I rip it. And to be dreadfully honest, I haven't really given it much of a leeway for the foam tape that I'm going to have to put underneath it. Because that is a very, very thin, very, very, very thin cup. So actually what I'm going to do is lie that down and I'm going to bring the acetate to the cup because it's going to become very wibbly wobbly, ibbly obbly if I don't. And there we go, I'm just going to line that up. Sorry guys, I wasn't kind of in the frame of the camera there, was I? So we have that all nicely lined up. That is very thin. I've not given it much of a scope there for putting my my foam tape around it, but I do have some very thin foam tape, so it will be fine. It's just not going to look the prettiest. And you know, this happens sometimes, guys. It does happen sometimes. Because I'm a tiny terror. go. Just going to cut that off there. And I'm just going to take that tape off. And just to make sure, Tiny Terror is my nickname. Hey! Just to make sure that I do have enough space, I'm going to do an extra layer of the foam tape around the top. Now what I'm thinking I might do as well to kind of disguise the... that I can do as an extra bit to disguise the foam tape, he says, let's just pop that foam tape back away in the drawer. Now that's a tiny little break in the foam, but I'm thinking actually it should be fine, because once I stick that onto there, nothing's going to come out of it because it's the smidgiest little hole, and all of the things that are going in it are going to be pretty big anyway. So let's, he says, I haven't primed that one yet. Oh, should I? I'm going to have to, aren't I, yet? Right. Now this is going to give our cup a little bit of shadow, as well as disguise the fact that it's not big enough edging for the foam tape. There we go. Pop that away in there. You know what, actually, I think I'm going to come in with that. I should be able to. That's going to kind of make it look like a cup of coffee. Or at least I'm hoping. I'm thinking it will. I'm just going to get some heat tool on that. Would you like some teeny beads for your shaker cards? I can... Oh wow, that would be great, Caroline. Thank you, because I have shaker elements, but I don't have beads. I have some of these lovely shaker elements that I've got hiding right here. I've got some candy ones and some Santa ones, and I was thinking of using those to go in there, to go in the shaker. Oh, I've got a home for those. That doesn't need to live in there anymore. Actually, I might use that on the whipped cream on the top to make it look like a whippy cream. There we go. Oh, thank you so much, Caroline. I really appreciate that, my lovely. You are an angel. Right, so I'm going to watercolour this background in a chocolatey colour, because we want it to look like it's a hot chocolate. And I think that would really work well with what we've put on the front there. So it kind of looks, it will make it look like a hot chocolate. I love a hot chocolate. Do any of you guys love a hot chocolate? If so, tell me, whether it's Christmassy or not, what is your favourite hot chocolate? I feel like I need to know. I really, really do. Lexi? Is Lexi here? Lexi? Am I missing someone? Right, I'm just going to go across the back of this card with the... Sorry, I've just got lost in the moment there. So sorry, guys. Kind of got a little bit lost. So I'm going to put down some more of that chocolat. Ooh, a mint hot chocolate. See, now that's not my favourite, but it's acceptable. I'll let you have it. Oh, Lynn doesn't like hot chocolate at all. Fair enough, and it's not everybody's cup of chocolate. Ooh, Ghirardelli hot chocolate. That sounds swanky. Now, what I love is a Christmas, like the ultimate Christmas hot chocolate. I'm not going to put, do not stick that down yet, Gareth, because you haven't put any little... You haven't put any little bits in it, have you? So I'm just going to take a handful of these Santas. I'm just going to pop them in the middle there. So I'm going to put everything in the middle. That's going to go into the card. My favourite hot chocolate is the most naughtiest hot chocolate. It's especially like when you have at Christmas time. I was taught the recipe by one of my friends. Actually, was it a family member? I can't remember. I was taught the recipe by somebody anyway. And for those of you in the UK who know what flakes are, they are basically a crumbly chocolate bar that's in a stick form. They are, you know, the best thing since ever. So you take a full pack of 4 of those, you melt it into a mixture of whole milk and double cream. It's not the healthiest thing you're ever going to drink, I can tell you that. And you basically make it into this absolutely delicious hot chocolate. You stir it until obviously they melt through, and then on top you have squirted cream, and you then have another crumbled flake. And if you're feeling really sassy, you put in a good proper splodge of Bailey's, whatever flavour you like. So there's the normal Bailey's, you can get Bailey's chocolate, you can get Bailey's white chocolate, you know, whatever you fancy can essentially go into this hot chocolate, and it is, oh my god, it's the most beautifulest thing ever. Right, I feel as though we can put some more. Let's see what else we've got in the drawer, because I'm pretty sure we have some other, like, I was pretty sure I had some like sprinkles. I've got ghosts. Oh, I've got Easter sprinkles. Nobody's going to want an Easter sprinkle in there. It's really strange. I thought I had more than that. Well, I could put some of these Cosmic Collection sequins in there as well, couldn't I? Although they would look a bit silly. I've just changed my mind. Yeah. Where have my tiny beads gone? Because I had tiny beads too. Oh, I do have some sprinkles. I have some Brutus Monroe Creative confection sprinkles, so we put some of those in there. I think that should be plenty. That is a lot of, like, shaker stuff right there. Corinne, hello, my lovely. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I hope you're well. I feel my Whisper Gold Bailey's hot chocolate. Oh, you dirty cow. There we go. Yeah, I think that's enough shaker elements in there. There we go. And we've got a nice little hot chocolatey type shaker full of shakery goodness. Let's put those bits away back up there. And shall we have a nice big dollop of cream or something coming down the front of the cup? I think that would look really, really cool. So let's just clear up some of this mess that I've made, because I'm really good at making mess, you know, guys. I don't know if anyone's told you or not, but I am really, really good at making a mess. Hang in there. My husband's flight into Seattle this Thursday. Oh, he's coming! Woohoo! I'm so glad. I am so, so glad. That is amazing. Absolutely fabulous. Brilliant news. Right. Let's get some plain white cardstock, he says. And I'm just going to die cut this droopy bit of cream, and then I'm going to use this embellishment mousse on it. We're going to see what it does, because I've never used it before. I don't have a clue what it does, or where it's from, or what it does. Oh my gosh, Hotel Chocolat. Oh, that's so naughty. I love Hotel Chocolat. Right, there we go. There is some crim. And like I say, I've never used this embellishment mousse before. Which colour should we use? Because I've got a few of them. I've actually got quite a few of them. So, you know, I've just got a few casual different types and tubs, and oh my gosh, I didn't even know. We've got lemon curd, thunderstorm, misty mauve. Maybe the misty mauve. That's crackle mousse though. I suppose that will kind of look really cool on as cream. It's the right colour to be cream anyway. So let's see what that does. I've never used it before, so let's... You can just use it to smear, or put it through a stencil freehand. Oh, okay. Squirty cheese. Oh, that sounds a bit... Right, I just want to kind of open this with trying not to destroy it, really. But never mind. As long as it opens far enough for me to get in there. Oh, and there's a lovely bit up there, so why not? Let's just take that. And we'll just smear that across the... Pick that up and smear it, I suppose. Wow, this is like really... This is different. This is very, very different. I've never felt something like that before. That's really, really weird. I'm just going to clean that up now because it just terrifies me. The texture is terrifying. Right, okay, so I'm just going to basically heat dry that, I suppose, just to get all of the nasty... There we go. That texture is so weird, guys, like seriously. I'm just going to go over the back of it with my dotty tape runner because I'm going to stick it onto the acetate. Smearing. Yes, there was smearing going on. I've put my fingerprint on it as well, so whoever I give it to will have a little bit of me forever. Right, let's just put that back on there. And we're going to get the cream, which looks like a poop emoji. And the kind of like extra bit for the poop emoji cream. It goes that way, doesn't it? Dum-dum. Right, so we're going to cut the poop emoji cream out of cream cardstock. And then we're going to go over it with some of that crackle mousse. And see what it does. We're going to just see what it does. Because at this point, I don't know what anything does. Other than smearing his DNA. Wow. I should not have read that sentence out loud. Right, okay. Well, I read things. We've all discovered that. I'm just going to put that on there from there. And I really do want to use this on there as well, which is faux frosting. We're going to put some faux frosting on it. Well, that's a mouthful. Hannah, the only response I'm allowed to legally give to that sentence is that's what he said. So, unfortunately, that's that. I'm getting terrible. I seriously am getting terrible. I think I need to go to bed. It's bedtime for Gaz. Because I'm now leaving sanity and good behaviour behind me. It's kind of all going. It's going up against the wall, isn't it, guys? It's time for me to go to bed. Alright, let's just peel that because I need to move that over because I stuck it too far over the edge. There we go. Pop that onto the cutting mat even. And I'm just going to throw some more bits of dyes around. It's fine. Whilst that's doing that, I shall pick the dye up that I logged. Oh my golly gosh, it did a thing. Ooh, so it did that. Okay. Please use new tape. I'm worried your dues are going to cross the streams. I'll use some new tape on the next ones. How's that? Oh, I miss crafting with you too. It's been so long. It really is. Yeah, I really do feel terrible. Like, genuinely, because yeah, so much has gone on and it's just not fair, and so many people have been affected, and it makes me feel sad. I love hazel. Yeah, hazelnut hot chocolate would not be a very good thing for me. I can say that. It would not be a very good thing for me. It's not a good idea for me. Or anyone within a 50-mile radius of me. To be dreadfully honest. Oh, you've not made a single card. Oh my gosh. That's so sad. That is really sad. I'm just going to put some of this crackle mousse on here. It really is a weird texture, you know. I'm just going to kind of circle it around on this one because it makes it look like it's like whipped cream then. There we go. Pop that there. Clean that up because that texture just terrifies me. I'm so sad that you've not made a single card, Corinne. That is really, really sad. Right, let's just set that crackle mousse. There we go. And then I'm going to come in on this like highlighted die cut with my faux frosting. Yeah, you should make a card. That would be so cool, Corinne. Make him a birthday card. I'm sure he'd really appreciate it. There we go. And sometimes the nozzle clogs because that wasn't meant to happen. The nozzle clogs because I don't use it in so long. But you guys are going to see what this frosting looks like, and it's so cool. It gives an amazing effect. And the great thing that I'm doing it with this cardstock is that it kind of mixes in with the cream, so it will just look kind of like, you know, you've done glazing on cream. There we go. Unfortunately, my hand isn't super duper steady, so sometimes I kind of like lose it a little bit, but you know, it's still a thing. Just gonna let this heat up a moment. Well, I shouldn't really have said glazing on the cream. That maybe wasn't quite so accurate as glazing on the cream, but that's the effect that it gives you, which I think is really, really cool. Then all I'm going to do with that is very carefully go over the back of it with my dotty tapes. Actually, I'm not going to go over the back of it with my dotty tapes because it's not completely dry. It's just set the top layer. So I'm going to come in with my tacky glue. If I can find my tacky glue. There it is. So I'm just going to come in with the tacky glue. And this will give me enough to stick it down with, as well as it will still let that layer set, but all it's done is just set the top layer at the moment. It's basically pink puffy. It kind of is pink puffy, but it's not. It doesn't actually puff up. It's just the same as when I put it down. It's basically, it's meant to be like icing. It's meant to look like icing. But I'm a numpty. And apparently I don't know when enough to leave something alone. So I'm going to have to now go in and tidy this up because I've made a mucky muck of it. There we go, just clean up that little bit of mess. We know what I'm like for mess, I don't like mess. So then we will have that on the top of our cup. Yes, it's more like coloured, opaque, glossy accent. Yes. It is very much like that. Sylv. Not live. Where did I get live from? Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with me at the moment. I'm losing what's left of my sanity. Not that I had anything to start with by the looks of it. Right. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this onto the card stock because we've got our lovely shaker there. Onto our background. And I don't know if I'm just going to send it. Actually, I'm going to put it on a jaunty angle because I love a jaunty angle. Now I did get some pads, some foam pads today, and I don't have a clue what I've done with them because I don't think I brought them in. But it's not a problem because we have plenty of foam tape. And all I'm going to do is put some foam tape on the back of the cream. Oh, bye-bye foam tape. Oh. I'm not doing very well with keeping this thing going, am I? You're giving away even more fingerprints now. You better clean up all the future crime scenes really good. Yeah, I had. I mean, it's not like I go around committing crimes, is what I was meant to say. I don't commit crimes. I'm a good boy. I don't commit any crimes. I'm a good boy. If you believe that, you believe everything. Right. Stick that onto there. Maybe check your audio setup. Oh, can we not hear me? Can we not hear me? Or is that just odds? I'm hoping we can hear me. Really not trying to touch this so it doesn't make it pop off. I'm a good boy and I eat my poi. Haha, yay. Thank you, Laurie. I'm glad that you can hear me. Oh, it's Ords. Ords is having the issues. I'm not sure what I can suggest. What is wrong with this foam tape? The backing is just not wanting to come off. Wow, it let me rip off the tiniest little smidgy bit. Come on. There we go. Release the backing. Ta-da! And there's all sorts of horrible things. There we go. So we've got our a little cup on our jaunty angle, which I'm actually quite happy with. I really do like that. And then we're just going to come in with our little sentiment stamp, and I'm going to hand stamp, well, I say hand stamp it. I'm just going to pop the little sentiment down in the corner with my rocker block. Now, I know these are very popular and there's very few stock left of them because they're so popular, but be careful and just don't get too excited because I am using a rocker block. They are very, very rare, a rocker block. Very, very rare bit of kit is a rocker block. Alright, I'm just going to re-ink that. And I'm going to try my best to kind of just... There we go. That's going to be the best I'm going to be able to get that, I'm afraid, guys. And on this, all I'm going to do is put down a line of... Going a little bit overkill with the tape, but I do want to make sure that it is all nicely even underneath. And there we go, we have a lovely little marshmallow hug shaker card. It's actually really cute. I like it. I like it very much. So, just to review then, guys, this evening, we started our live making this lovely Simply Thankful for Your Friendship card, which has got a nice little slot in the cup there, so you can pop in a tea bag to give to your friend. And we've made this lovely Marshmallow Hugs mug with the frosted cream topping, which kind of looks really cute. I did muck it up a little bit, but then that's my fault because I didn't let it set. So we'll just ignore that. But other than that, I think it looks really, really good. I absolutely like it. It's such a lovely... Will you please stay? I did stick it down, I promise. There we go. So there we go. That's both of the cards for this evening then, guys. I hope you've all had fun with this as much as I have, because to be honest, I have had loads of fun this evening making these cards. This card? I made two. I don't know why I said this. Making these cards, I've had loads of fun. So, I think I'm going to wind it up there because we've kind of done quite a lot this evening out of those two cards. It was a cute card. I think I could have probably done better, but you know, that's just me. We're all our own worst critics, right, guys? I can be absolutely real harsh on myself. So I'm just going to say thank you all so very much for coming along this evening. I've had an absolutely fantastic time. I know it's not my normal night to stream, but I am going away for a few days. So you guys, obviously I just wanted to do this so that you guys had something before I went away. My streams will resume as normal on Monday. So that would be absolutely fantastic. I will see you all then at 7:30, the usual time, the usual place, for the usual shenanigans that we always get up to. I will also say, if you have not subscribed, please remember to do so on the way out. Give the video a little like, and if you feel like it, leave yourself a lovely little comment in the box below, and I shall have a read, and I will respond to you because I'm lovely like that. Also, in the description box below, if you do want to email me with any crafty questions that you don't feel as though you can ask me live, you can email me at askme@handcraftedbygaz.co.uk, and if you would like to join my Facebook group, go on over to handcraftedbygaz.co.uk. That will send you straight through to my Facebook group whilst my webpage is being built. And it's absolutely not necessary in any way, shape or form, but at the very bottom of the description box there's a few little links where you can donate some pennies to the stream. It really does help keep things going whilst I'm off of work, and it gives me the opportunity to bring new things to you guys to show off and use, and you know, just kind of be able to teach and have lots of fun with. So I'm just going to say another massive thank you. I love you all so very, very much. Mwah. I will see you all on Monday. Have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. Bye bye.